Hello, everybody. Welcome back to basketball, right? I'm really excited that we got the first win was that we were on the court after 32 days. And so that for us was the first win. And then going out there and competing against a really good Miami team that forces you to do a lot of things. I really thought our kids competed hard, had a chance, to win it. And just couldn't make enough plays down the stretch to do it. But I was really pleased of our effort. I thought, and again, whenever you try to think about, we hadn't done anything more than down back downs in 32 days. And so to see our kids go out there and play really, really hard, and again, we used a lot of our bench. We played a lot of people, try to go short burst. But and I thought our kids handled it pretty well and did a pretty good job and gave us a chance to be in the game.
Lance, that final sequence coming out of the timeout, you guys had 3 good looks at it. What were you trying to draw up? And obviously the effort was very much there, and that play just fell short.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought that we needed movement. We thought they would be in their zone, and I thought we got great movement. The kids, we wanted, to shoot the ball, had a chance. We said if a three's there, we were going to go try to win it. And I thought, Gabby's and Jay's, that's the 2 that we would want first, and then have a rebound and, and twos missed off the rim right there was, and got a chance to maybe be fouled or score. And, that's what you hope as coaches, that you put it in the right people's hands. I thought they did that. And then we just missed the shots. And so that hurt us. But again, I thought I thought our kids executed the play really well, and we got the looks we wanted.
Lance, in the first quarter, just what went right? I mean, I'm sure when you have so much with down and backs, I'm sure you're not expecting to put up, what was that, 31 points after 10 minutes?
You go 30 in the first quarter. I think we'd score 6 in the second, and it was that first little burst of our kids getting out there and getting to play, and so excited to be back on the court, and shots were falling, and then as Miami changed and went to their zone defense, and now we had to move the ball, and their press hurt us during that second. Thought we tried to rush stuff and just made some errant passes and tried to do things too quick, and we were fatigued. At that point the newness and that had worn off, and it's like, oh man, we got to play a basketball game. And so then I thought we settled down, and I thought the third and fourth quarter we played pretty good basketball.
How much was it a game plan to bring 10 players in early, maybe give some players some rest, given the practice situation, obviously such a long layoff?
Yeah, no, we had all along, and everything that we did, we had talked to our players about short bursts, is that we were going to try to go 2-3 minutes and then get you a break. And that's the way we had practiced. And, again, with our squad, we don't have right now managers or a scout team. And so it's been our kids playing against each other. And so those 2 groups, we luckily have 10 that have been able to be there in practice the last 2 days. And so it was getting them ready, and you have to be able to execute. And again, I thought overall they did a really good job, and we had some weird lineups out there at times, and we'll get Cynthia back for the next game. And so that helps our post rotation to get her back in the mix. But I thought Rita did a phenomenal job and really played completely within herself and changed the game on both ends of the floor. Anything else?
All right, I'll take over. This is your first game in 32 days. Did you expect a little rust coming into this game?
Absolutely. You can't expect, and just, again, we tried to keep it as simple as possible. We didn't, run a million hits and sets, and because, again, that's been a long time ago. And so we tried to keep it as fairly easy as we could. And, and that you have to penetrate to hit the open player to make plays together. And so I think that there wasn't a lot of intricacies, and, really trying to pick it apart, is that we had to run as fast as we can and play as hard as we could and be great teammates. And then we were really trying to limit our turnovers and fouls. I thought we did a pretty good job of not sending them to the free throw line. Again, this is a team that's been averaging over 20 free throws a game, and we sent them to the line 12, which was a huge win for us. We still had 17 turnovers, which is we need to get that to that 15 mark, but we've been averaging 20. And so again, against a team that thrives on that. And so overall, I was really pleased, and I didn't think we had as much rust. The fatigue probably was more so than anything else of just whenever you're having to run, and some of those offensive boards they were able to get really hurt us just by we were tired.
Yeah. And what changed, if anything, from the end of the second quarter to the entirety of like the third and fourth quarter, where you eventually got within 2 points?
Yeah, I thought we settled in, and again, I thought the second quarter we just, I think that reality of what a game actually is, and then I just thought we made some errant passes, and we, were way too emotional than what we have to be in that moment. But and then I thought third and fourth quarter we really settled in, and I thought our kids played within themselves, and so I was, I think that was the biggest change between the second quarter. We started taking some wild shots in the second quarter that we didn't do in the first quarter and third and fourth.
Lance, earlier there was a press release, obviously a couple players out due to COVID protocols. Just when something like that happens, even more adversity, just how important is it for the 10 on the court that we're playing to just come together even more and be that family?
Yeah, no, that's what we've been talking about so much as a team, of just why we play, and all of our families back home that, are watching us and a part of it. And you never know, is that, again, we went from, playing and getting ready and, an hour and a half before a game to then now you're home by yourself, quarantined up. And so to be back out here and get to do this and get to play the game you love, it makes you really appreciate every chance we get to do this.
Coach, a really close loss for you and your team.
Oh, you got some static there, Casey. Try again.
Got it? Okay.
Oh, try it again.
Sorry, I'm back. A really close loss for your team. What's going to be your message heading to Boston College this weekend?
Well, we're not headed to Boston College this weekend. So they are on protocol. And so, again, I think it's the name of the game this season of just resiliency. And you got to be ready to go. We're going to hopefully go play Clemson on Tuesday. And so our message, though, is with this squad of, we have to learn how to win. And, and again, we're so much closer, and, from Virginia Tech to Florida State to now this one. But our kids have to understand every possession has to matter. And I just need more from them. And, and that's, we still lose certain players at different times, and all of those add up to not being able to be disciplined enough to win ACC games. And that's my biggest message. I think we still have to lower our turnovers and be more fluid through that. But that's still the major message of all of it, is that if you want to win, you have to do everything, and you have to be steady throughout. You have to be disciplined enough to do it. And so we're still learning that. And but the main thing is we got to be resilient enough to, okay, this game's not, let's go to the next, and get ready to get better. Good question. Anybody else? Well,
I just, sorry, there's one more really quick. Destiny Stroller came off the floor late in the fourth. It looked like she was bleeding from her mouth. What did we get a prognosis on her?
Yeah, so our doc was in there putting a few stitches in. I'm not sure how many, and you can ask Louie and stuff about some of that. But yeah, she got banged up in a couple of stitches, and the way she was playing, I would love to have had her in those final minutes. And I think she might have knocked down one of those threes for us. And but again, part of it. And but yeah, she's got a big old lip, and but she should be fine and ready to come back and help us. But yeah, no, I thought she was playing really well on both ends of the floor, and I would have loved to have had her in those closing minutes.
Coach, you got out-rebounded on the offensive boards 20-11. Is that something that you really want to emphasize in practice leading up to that Clemson game? Is it as simple as getting Cynthia back into the rotation? What's your plan to kind of fix that issue?
Yeah, that is, and and I think I'll be anxious to go back and watch the film, but still, so much of it is, I thought that more than anything else was fatigue of just, is that we contested, we made them take hard shots, and then, they're a team I call chuck and chase. They'll just chuck it up there and then go chase it, and again, they did that, and we weren't ready to. Their guards rebound extremely well, and we didn't put a body on them, and that obviously for us is. You can't give up 20 boards and, 19 second chance points and win in the ACC. So absolutely.
You were on hiatus. Your team was on hiatus for over 2 weeks. You didn't start practicing until last week. What do those 2 weeks feel like? Just not playing, not being able to get on the floor.
Those 2 weeks felt like the most boring time in the world. Like I couldn't do anything. We couldn't do anything. Like it was just the worst thing. But we knew that it was a time to really like situate our team, like to reanalyze and redevelop everything. So we had like a whole bunch of team group chats where we just talked about basketball, how we're doing, like how to be in it mentally and just be ready when we got back.
How did it feel to actually finally get back on the floor, play a competitive game after a month?
It felt amazing, but like the first minute, we were trying to get some air in our lungs. But as soon as those first minutes were over, we knew we had to go, just do what Coach White wanted us to do and just attack the full out of it.
Rita, how tough was it just adjusting after such a high with that first quarter, just finding yourselves again and realizing that the rest is real and the struggle is going to be real at times?
It's really your legs, because I know for me, it wasn't as much as like me being tired, just my legs wasn't like in it. So I just had to keep on in, keep telling myself, you're okay. Just keep doing what Coach White wants you to do. Just go. So we just had to, as a team, look at what we needed to be done and just do it.
Rita, for you, just a chance to get in, just considering maybe you didn't know what to expect as a team with this game, given you not much practice, over a month layoff. Just what did you think overall of just how the game went, the ebbs and flows, and how you guys were able to stay within yourselves for the most part?
I think we played really well, but like we did have our lapses where we were down like a lot, and then we were getting on ourselves. So we have to work on not doing that. So we have to have a steady pace, a constant state, and just keep going. We can't have those momentary lapses.
How tough is it for you when you see a team like Miami that maybe it's more of their second shot than their first shot and trying to box out, which it seemed like you guys were having trouble getting the O boards. They had the second chances and really were making the most of them, and that proved to be a difference tonight.
It wasn't really tough. It was just like a whole lot of fatigue. Like we just knew we were tired. So I guess we didn't like try as hard, but it wasn't really it being tough. It was just a matter of like, we knew, it was our first game back from quarantine and we were just trying to get our legs back. So we were just trying to take it, I guess, like one play at a time, just one play at a time.
Anything else, guys?
One more, sorry. Think there's anything you guys can improve on for your next game at Clemson?
Get our legs back, get it shape. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And our rebounding. We have to be able to hit, find, and get.
One more for you here, Rita. Just the fight you all displayed, regardless of time away. Just it's been over a month, but the fight never left you guys. Just how encouraging of a sign is it that you guys are willing to fight regardless of what the scoreboard reads? So
encouraging, because that's how it has to be. Our Pitt stamp. That has to be what everybody thinks about Pitt. Pitt is going to fight. Pitt is going to be a dog. Pitt is going to do this and the third. We have to be able to fight constantly, every time, every quarter. So we just have to keep it rolling. That has to be our brand. It has to be our staple.